Morning, everyone. Our gathering music is an improvisation on sakura, which is a traditional Japanese folk song. Sakura, of course, means cherry blossom, and cherry blossoms are very important to Japanese society. They're celebrated every year with festivals, and they are seen as something beautiful, but also a remembrance of the fleeting nature of life.
Morning. It's wonderful for us all to be together. And as we settle in for the hour, let's pause to center ourselves for worship. We begin with the words by the Reverend Kimberly Ann Tomzak Carlson. It is not by chance you arrived here today. You have been looking for something larger than yourself. Inside of you, there is a yearning, a calling, a hope for more, a desire for a place of belonging and caring. Through your struggles, someone nurtured you into being, instilling a belief in a shared purpose, a common yet precious resource that belongs to all of us when we share. And so you began seeking a beloved community, a people that does not put fences around love, a community that holds its arms open to possibilities of love, a heart home to nourish your soul and share your gifts. Welcome home. Welcome to worship.
It's time for us to light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. This morning, Charlotte Salisbury, one of our junior worship helpers, will kindle our chalice flame. And our chalice lighting words this morning are by the Reverend Amy Zucker Morgenstern. Within the heart of the flower, the fountain of beauty, within the heart of the community, a fire that warms and dances. Within the heart of each of us, a spark of the spirit of life. Holy, holy, holy. And now please stand as you're able for our affirmation by James Philip Blake. This morning, Charlotte Salisbury will be leading us in the affirmation.
Please repeat after me. Love is the spirit of this fellowship.
Love is the spirit of this fellowship.
And service is its law.
And service is its law.
This is our great covenant.
This is our great covenant.
To dwell together in peace.
To dwell together in peace.
To seek the truth in love.
To seek the truth in love.
And to help one another.
And to help one another.
And now let's stay standing for our opening hymn. If any of our junior worship helpers would like to join us up here to help lead our hymn, please come up now and bring your hymnal. Also, if you brought a flower with you today or a flower communion and you haven't brought it forward yet to place in one of our vases, please come forward now during the song. Our opening hymn today is number 63, Spring Has Now Unwrapped the Flowers. The words are on your screen and are also in your gray hymnal.
This is a wonderful song celebrating the end of winter and the start of spring, and of course the flowers within it. It also has a really interesting harmony to it.
So, good morning again. I'm Barbara Castellano-Stasiak, today's worship associate. Welcome to the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, and welcome especially to any newcomers, returning members, and anyone who joined us online today. If you're tuning in live on YouTube or Facebook, please say hi in the chat or comments. We're delighted to have you all with us. We're a community of many ages, and we all worship together. You can join us many ways on Sundays, including online here in the sanctuary, or from one of the many rooms in our building where we live stream the service. In particular, I want to draw your attention to our family room for families with little ones, which is located out our doors and to your right. The family room is especially great if you need a space to talk, soothe the crying infant, or get the wiggles out. Our service is live streamed there, so you won't miss a thing. Kids of all ages are always welcome in our services, but we offer childcare as an additional option for families with small children aged 9 months to 5 years. Parents, if you find yourself in need of childcare at any point during our worship today, please bring your little ones to room 201 at the top of the stairs. And again, we welcome all of you, and we're glad you're here today. And now, Nick will tell us a story.
All right. Can I have some, you guys want to come up and talk to me about a story? Anyone want to come up? Yeah. Come on up. There we go. I know you guys want to come up here. All right. So I'm going to tell a story today about a guy named Higgins. I got a picture of Higgins up there? It's the first one. What is Higgins? He's a water drop. And here, Higgins has a dream, so I'm going to tell you about it. All right. Excellent. So Higgins lives in a valley where it has not rained for a very long time. And what happens when it doesn't rain in the valley? Everything dries up and turns brown and gross, right? That's where, and all the flowers are droopy, and it's pretty terrible. But Higgins had a dream that one day it would be a beautiful place again. But what could he do? After all, he was only one drop of water. It's a story, Charlotte.
This is water.
That's water in there, yeah, exactly. But he was only one little drop of that, right? So one day, Higgins decided to tell all his friends about his dream. And they all sat and they listened politely about having all this water and making this beautiful thing. But they said, that is ridiculous. The logic doesn't work, right, Charlotte? Why? How would we be able to make this valley beautiful again? We have the, yeah. Okay, all right, great. It's the valley, oh yeah, so there's the valley, okay. And then does it get brown in here? I made these this morning, and I don't know if they worked real well. Anyway, so there he is. He's in his thing. It gets brown and gross. There it is. All right. I worked very hard at 8:30 this morning. Higgins told everyone his great idea, and they said, that's ridiculous. We cannot do that. Higgins, you are crazy. Your new ideas do not work. This valley has always been brown. And Higgins was very discouraged. And so he was wandering around, and he happened to find an old bucket. Is that the next one? Yeah, he found this bucket. And he decided he was going to convince everyone to get into that bucket with him. But no one would, because they were like, why would we get in a bucket? That's not what we've done. We've always just kind of hung out, and the valley's brown. It's what we do. And he just sat there. He said, I'm just going to be a drop in the bucket. He said, you know what? I don't care what everyone says. I'm going to get in the bucket myself. Let's see if it works. Yeah. He got in by himself. And there he was, just a drop in the bucket. Give me the next slide. There we go. Just a drop in the bucket all by himself. All lonely in his thing. But suddenly, one of his friends saw him. He said, I think I'm going to get in there with Higgins. And so he went and joined him. So the next slide with all of them. And all his friends decided, hey, we're going to do that as well. Wait, yep, there they come. Yeah! And they filled up the bucket with water. It is our backyard, you're correct. And they filled up the water. And then, all of a sudden, a gust of wind came over and knocked the bucket over. And all of the water flowed out into the river, or into the valley, and it became green and lush again. Oh, yeah. Fun with technology. We got it. All this happened because Higgins had a dream that if they all got together into the bucket, if enough drops got together into the bucket, they would make, and they had the wind behind them, they would do great things. Justice would roll down like a mighty stream. So why do we share that story today? Besides to confuse my eldest Charlotte. Why do we share it? Do you know? It's flower communion, right? Yeah, so it talks about flowers in there. Very good. Very good. What else? Okay, all right. Pride Month, a little justice focus. I like that. Alice, you got one out there?
Yes, everyone knows that 7 drops of water can bring a valley back to life.
So you counted my drops of water. I like that. Impressive. 7 can bring a whole valley. It starts with 7. All right. Our service today is about the power of community, about starting with just 7 and getting to be more. The power of a spiritual community. Alone, each of us is just like the single drop in the bucket. We may have big dreams, but sometimes it can be hard to make them come true when you're alone. But when they all come together, even just 7, like we do in this congregation, such things become possible. We can share our strengths and our dreams and accomplish great things together. Last week, we explored the congregation's mission. Who was here last week? And this week, we're celebrating the things that can become possible when we come together as one congregation. All right? Make sense? All right, let's go sit down and we'll hear more about that from Reverend Sasha, okay? Excellent.
Sometimes we come to this sacred place together with a lot on our hearts. Maybe you welcomed a new baby, or perhaps, you lost a loved one. And this morning we have a few milestones and passages to share, so I ask that you please respond to after each by saying we hold you in our hearts. Now, first, it is with sadness that I share the news that Morristown UU member Bob Calafiore passed away last Saturday, May 24th. A memorial service to celebrate Bob's life will take place later here at this fellowship. And this morning we hold Bob's son Scott and all of those who loved and knew him in our hearts. And at this time we are pausing to light a candle from our chalice flame as a memorial flame to honor Bob's life. We hold you in our hearts. This morning, we also share that Elsborg Birkenkamp fell on Friday in her kitchen and broke her shoulder and her leg, and she's going to need surgery and probably some time in rehab as well after leaving the hospital. Now, she is in good spirits despite all of this, and caring cards would be appreciated and can be sent to her home. And the address for her home can be found on Realm as well as on a little card that's up here if you want to come up after the service and write it down. We hold you in our hearts. This morning, we also have a special community milestone to share, the arrival of new members in our congregation. We have 11 new members to celebrate today, and will any of our new members who are here today please come forward as I call your names. Patricia and Anthony Percondi, Rachel and Matthew Berry, Lauren and John Coyle, Jenny Nielsen, Gideon Roman, Carol Schaeffler, and Arlise Gaiby and John Young. Let's have you all stand there across. And I was going to be wandering away, but my microphone is having some issues, so I'm just going to stay here at the pulpit. But hello, new members. So my friends, we are thrilled. Come on up. There we go. My friends, we are thrilled to welcome you as members of the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. And as you know through recent experience, the act of becoming a member, the simple act of signing the membership book, is easy. However, the decision to become a member is huge, as are the commitments that accompany it. Membership in a Unitarian Universalist congregation is about more than just a desire to belong to a community or to signal moral support for its mission. A person can do both, can belong to the community and agree with its work without becoming a member. Membership is not just about finding a spiritual home, but also about making a commitment to help keep house, to offer one's own time, talent, and treasure to help our community thrive and to bring our mission alive. This morning, we are all so happy to welcome you into membership here at Morristown UU, and so grateful for the commitment that you have made in doing so. And today we celebrate your commitment together here in worship, because membership is not merely a private affair, but a communal one. Joining this community means participating in the life of the congregation, showing up for your own spiritual needs as well as those of your fellow members, and contributing your time, talent, and treasure. And if you will join us in this holy work, please say, I will.
I will.
And now will the congregation please rise. In our Unitarian Universalist tradition, we are bound together not by shared beliefs, but by shared promises that we make to one another about the way that we will be with one another in this community. And these promises are sacred things. The spiritual term for them is covenant. And in this congregation, we call our covenant our right relations promise. A covenant is not simply words on a page, but a spirit that is moving among us, helping give shape and character to our relationships here. And to come alive within a community and to bring life to each of us, a covenant must be lived. It must be made and remade each and every day in the ways that we are with one another, the ways we treat one another. And when times are good, our covenant helps deepen our experience of the blessings that we share all together. And when times are difficult, our covenant helps us to heal what has been frayed and to weave together a stronger community. And so now let's all formally enter into our covenant with these new members by reciting our right relations promise together. And the words are up here on your screen. I will listen attentively, acknowledge others' views, and try to imagine holding their opinions. I will refrain from judging other people's motives and opinions. I will seek accurate information, be willing to test my assumptions, and examine my own motives. I will communicate openly, directly, and honestly. I will go directly to a person with whom I disagree and share differences respectfully. If needed, I will use a third party to mediate. I will balance being open to new ideas and respecting our traditions. I will be patient with myself, others, and the process of change. I will allow space for feelings and emotions, mine and others. I will let go of the trivial and be willing to give and take. I will remind myself that we are all working for the shared goal of supporting the health and well-being of all members of our community. To everyone here today, visitors and members alike, if you are willing to make or to renew this covenant among us today, please say, "We do."
We do.
And now will all the children and youth of this congregation please stand? Even just briefly. We got most of them standing. So you children have a very sacred responsibility. Some of our new members have children, and their children are also part of our community. Do you promise to be kind companions to the children of these new members, sharing with them, speaking kindly to them, and helping teach them what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist? If so, please say, "We do." We do. Thank you. And everyone except for our new members can now be seated. And Carolyn Evans and Noelle Jensen from our welcome team will now present these new members with a gift of a book and a rose, which are on the table behind. The rose symbolizes this congregation's love and support for you, and the book is just a little something to support you as you continue your spiritual journey with us. Thank you for choosing us as your spiritual home and offering the gift of your presence and support. Amen, and blessed be. We'll give a moment to pass those out. My friends, our new members. And now as our new members take their seats, let's go ahead and all rise and sing together. We'll sing number 196, Singer of Life. And Victoria probably has some words for us.
The words to this are a translation of a Nahuatl poem. And within the Aztec society, flowers were considered an important part. And in fact, arranging flowers is actually considered an art form, and flowers appear throughout poetry.
And now, as our choir comes up to sing a garden song, we have come to the time in our service each Sunday when we pause to give our gifts of financial support to this congregation. Your donations make all that we do here possible together and also help make our wider community a better place. That's because each Sunday we give at least half of the money we collect to an organization that is doing good work to advance our Unitarian Universalist values of love, justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity in a world that hungers for them now more than ever. Today's offering will be split 50-50 with the UU Faith Action New Jersey, our statewide advocacy network of UU congregations working for justice, equity, and compassion right here in New Jersey. You may give in our collection plate or by following the instructions printed in your order of service and shown on the screen. And thank you in advance for your generosity.
This is an arrangement of a popular song. The words are all about someone creating a garden and asking community members to help make that garden grow and nurture living things.
As we near the end of our congregational year, we would like to pause and honor the many volunteers who have brought Morristown UU's ministry to life. And Paul Firm, our outgoing board president, and I are going to read a list of volunteer activities that have been important in our congregation's work this year. So listen for yourself in this list, and please stand or wave when directed.
If you served with me on the board of directors this year, please stand. Or are they all out working? Nan? Dawn? Wonderful. And stay standing for a bit. If you served on endowment, stand. We have a lot of names to read, so pop right up if you were on endowment, or wave your hand, Carolyn. Finance. And please stay standing. Ministerial search. Music director search. Personnel, nominating, policy governance, strategic planning, committee on ministries, or if you helped with the open questions, the annual budget drive, or the auction. All of our board administrative committee work, please all be rising so everyone can appreciate you. Thank you. Amazing, thank you. Now please be seated, and we'll do this again.
And again, and again. So there are like 10 of these, guys. So bear with us. We will exhaustively get to every volunteer, I promise. So if you sang in the choir, served as a song leader or a junior song leader, played an instrument or sang as a soloist or part of an ensemble, or our Beth Wilson, our fabulous volunteer interim music director, please stand. And thank you, please be seated.
Sunday services. If you served as a worship associate or a junior worship helper, please stand. Planned or led a lay worship service, including a member of our Neighboring Faith or Age of Reason class, were a guest speaker in a service, supported a service as an AV volunteer, or provided flowers or decorations on a Sunday, please stand. You too, Bruce. Thank you.
If you served on the children's faith formation team, or you were an OWL teacher, an RE teacher for any age group, or a leader in a group like meditation, yoga, gathering for men, or women's spirituality group, please stand.
If you served or helped out in the activities led by the facilities team, DRWW or Gateways team, or if you have ever washed a tablecloth, helped put away a table, chairs, or other such things, assisted with gardening and watering, helped with the first floor refresh, or rolled up your sleeves to do building maintenance and improvements, please all stand. And thank you so much.
If you served on the welcome team, the Green Aprons, or a Super Sunday team, or you served as a welcome ambassador, an usher or a junior usher, a greeter or a junior greeter, or a nursery volunteer, or if you helped in our kitchen on Sundays, served food at any event, refreshed name tags and pencils, or supported a newcomer welcome gathering, prospective member lunch, newcomer potluck, or new member recognition, in any way, please stand.
If you helped with the rentals or office assistance, assisted with the website, postcarding, historical documentation and logistics, or offered legal assistance, yes, you too, please stand.
If you served on the Justice Council, Green Earth Ministry, UU Faith Action Team, Immigration Action, the new Morristown Sprint, or Days for Girls Kit Makers, or if you participated in a public witness event or served in any other justice team or as a justice volunteer, please stand.
If you served on the Lay Pastoral Care Associates team, or if you helped with a memorial service reception, served on a support circle for a member in need, or delivered flowers or food, wrote cards, provided a ride, or visited a member as part of our pastoral ministry, please stand.
If you helped plan or support a special event such as the ribbon cutting, installation, queer holiday makers market, talent show, trunk or treat, winter solstice, our ice skating outing, or our Easter egg hunt, or if you took photos, wrote press releases, or assisted with publicity for any event, please stand.
If you served on, coordinated, or volunteered on the Fun Team, in the Odyssey Project, in Partner Church, Cinema Circle, Crafting Connections, Monday Book Group, the Middle School Book Club, or Spanish class, all our social groups, please stand.
If you serve this congregation in any other capacity that we have failed to acknowledge, please stand now. Good, we got them all.
Finally, if you just stood a few minutes ago for any volunteer role we named, please stand or wave again one more time, all as a group, so we can see how many people it takes to volunteer and have this place we love be so dearly cared for.
For all of you who have given so much to make and keep this community strong, thank you. Without you, there is no congregation and there is no ministry. And the time has come for flower communion, originally created by Norbert Capek. Now, Reverend Capek was the founder of the Unitarian Church in Czechoslovakia and a member and the minister of a church in Prague. Now, this was back in 1923, and although Unitarian Universalism has seen many changes since then, there are some things about Reverend Capek's church that may be familiar to us today. They were intellectuals who valued reason very highly, and they were spiritually diverse, with people from Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish backgrounds, all in the same congregation. And so Reverend Capek wanted to create a ceremony to touch their hearts, spirits, and their senses instead of just their minds. And he wanted that ceremony to honor each person's individuality in his diverse community as well as their spiritual unity. Almost 100 years later, the flower communion is still widely practiced in Unitarian Universalist congregations around June 4th, which is when it was originally celebrated in Prague.
Sorry. And so now, we'd like to direct your attention to these beautiful flowers which you brought with you this morning to share with our community. The Reverend Lynn Unger writes, "What a gathering, the purple tongues of iris, licking out at spikes of lupine, the orange crepe skirts of poppies, lifting over buttercups and daisy. Who can be grim in the face of such abundance? There is nothing to compare, no need for beauty to compete. The voluptuous rhododendron and the plain grass are equally filled with themselves, equally declare the miracles of color and form. This is what community looks like. this vibrant jostle, stem by stem declaring the marvelous joining. This is the face of communion, the incarnation once more, gracefully resurrected from winter. Hold these things together in your sight, purple, crimson, magenta, blue. You will be feasting on this long after the flowers are gone. In a moment, we're going to each be able to take a flower, a different flower than the one you brought with you today. And when you carry that flower with you out into the world, it will be a reminder of this beautiful gathering, not just of flowers, but of people, of community.
But first, let's bless these flowers with Reverend Capek's own prayer, which he shared whenever he conducted the flower communion. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessing on these, thy messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us, amid diversities of knowledge and gifts, to be one in desire and affection and devotion to thy holy will. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we cherish friendship as one of thy most precious gifts. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship, but may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do thy work in this world. Amen. And now the time has come to select a flower to take home with you today as a symbol of this community and of all who help form it. And let's begin with an invitation by Reginald Zalotti. I ask that as you each in turn approach the communion vases, that you do so quietly, reverently, with a sense of how important it is for each of us to address our world and one another with gentleness, justice, and love. I ask that you select a flower different from the one that you brought that particularly appeals to you. And as you take your chosen flower, noting its particular shape and beauty, please remember to handle it carefully. It is a gift that someone else has brought you. It represents that person's unique humanity and therefore deserves your kindest touch. Let us share quietly in this Unitarian Universalist ritual of oneness and love. And please come forward now, and let's also have Charlotte Salisbury and any other junior worship helpers who would like to assist come up. And if it's easier for some of you to grab flowers at other times during the service, feel free to just kind of come up as you are able.
So let us finish our flower ceremony by sharing together in this blessing by the Reverend Amy Zucker Morgenstern. And I'd love you to join me first by considering the flower in your hand, a flower brought by one of the people here beside you, a flower that perhaps represents them and their contributions to this community. And as you consider the flower in your hand, please respond after each of my statements, saying together, "May our lives bloom like flowers." Each of us is a flower with a delicate beauty uniquely our own. We may be like sunflowers, turning always toward the light. May our lives bloom like flowers. We may be like night blooming cereus, only displaying our fragrant petals when it is dark and we think no one can see. May our lives bloom like flowers. We may be hothouse flowers, far from our native lands, cautiously tended within a harsh and unfamiliar climate. May our lives bloom like the flowers. We may be gray-headed dandelions, eager to launch the next generation with the first strong gust of wind, past our own bright youth, but ready to pass our wisdom on in precious gossamer-carried seeds. May our lives bloom like the flowers. Some of us, sometimes, spring up overnight and fade in the hot glare. May our lives bloom like the flowers. Some of us sometimes are roses, slowly assembling petal after tightly wrapped petal and revealing our full glory only when everything is in place. May our lives bloom like the flowers. Sometimes we are roadside weeds, loveliness bursting improbably from the dust and debris. May our lives bloom like the flowers. May we offer our beauty with the simplicity of flowers, expecting no recognition, hoping for nothing, giving out of what we are and knowing it is enough. May our lives bloom like the flowers. Amen, and blessed be. And now, let us lift our voices together again and sing a hymn written by Norbert Capek. It is called Mother Spirit, Father Spirit. The words will be on your screen, and also it is number 8 in the gray hymnal. And any junior worship helpers who'd like to come and help lead our hymn are welcome to come up now with your gray hymnals to sing Mother Spirit, Father Spirit.
Both the words and the music were written by Reverend Capek. This is a meditative song invoking nature and, of course, things beyond.
Stars on in the forest,
And before we close, I'd like to draw your attention to our Minutes for Ministries. This is a time when we share brief updates about our congregation's activities to help us stay engaged with our community beyond our Sunday service. So this morning, I'd like to draw your attention to the following announcements. Any newcomers with us today are invited to fill out a welcome card to help you get connected with us. You can also talk to our welcome ambassador, who would love to meet you and answer any questions. So look for the sunny gold sash. Marjorie in the back there, stand up. Anyone needing a caring presence this morning will find a compassionate listening ear with one of our lay pastoral associates. You'll recognize them by their sky blue sashes. There we go. Hi, Diane. And will today's welcome ambassador and lay pastoral, I already did that. You stood and said hello. These upcoming 2 weeks, we will have a couple of additional opportunities for you to participate in our third open question: what is our mission? Join us next Saturday, June 7th in person, or Thursday, June 12th on Zoom. Also next Saturday, June 7th, join us for a sing-along movie night and pajama party, featuring a fun musical with a familiar island and sailing theme that we are sure you'll recognize. This is the Your Wish is My Command event chosen by our kids, and it'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. And we'll also have some tasty treats like pizza and ice cream for everyone to enjoy. Next Sunday, after the service, we hope you'll join us for our annual picnic with burgers, hot dogs, veggie burgers, beverages, and a bouncy house. Please remember to sign up online or in person to let us know what you're bringing to add to our feast. So we're asking that you bring a dish to share if your last name is A to H, dessert, I to R, side dish, S to Z, appetizer, but you're use and you can find your own way if that doesn't work. Some of our wonderful green aprons will be volunteering in the kitchen, and they'll place all dishes that are brought in warm into the oven and handle any items that need refrigeration. And finally, after today's service, be sure to join us in Chew Hall for our annual congregational meeting. Although only our members will be able to cast a vote, everyone is welcome to attend. We'll also be serving some delicious bagels and beverages. Full details about these and many other activities can be found on the back of your order of service, our weekly e-newsletter, or on our website at muuf.org. And now, it is 11 o'clock. Should I open the mic? To quickly open the mic to announcements from any of our ministry teams who need to say something quickly. Please keep it short.
Hi, I'm Shari Lowe. I am the chair of our Deeper Roots, Wider Wings capital campaign. And I just want to remind you that the Lackawanna ladies, who are adorable hens owned and raised by Brooke and Janice and Candace Donaldson, are offering mortgage prevention eggs for sale this entire summer. The information and pictures of the rainbow colors that the eggs come in are in the newsletter. But I also want to share this. When Brooke and Candace reached out about this idea, I want you to know they were so excited to have thought of this way, not only to share their generosity, but to keep us in mind of we're so close to our goal. So remember, when we call you or ask for a little bit of time, because we do want to have just a conversation to see where you are, not just to ask for money, to find out, to get together at that point of shared joy that is so full with which this meeting room is so full today. So when we do reach out, remember Brooke and Candace and their joy in sharing their chickens. Thank you.
I'm Alan Wells. I want to make sure that you all know that you're invited to an all-day meditation retreat on June 28th that's put together by the members of the mindfulness meditation group here at the fellowship. And this year, we especially honored the prime mover in that retreat, who is Bob Calafiore. And I want to just say that this morning live, because there was not an error, but the publicity said that registration was closed on May 21st, 31st. So there's still time to meditate. And it's open to everyone who would like to join us. We'll explore about 4 different kinds of meditations and specialize this year in a meditation of movement, which should be quite moving. Okay.
Get myself sorted here. It's time for us to bring our time of worship to a close, and this morning I leave you with the words of Reverend Capek. In the name of providence, which implants in the seed, the future of the tree, and in the hearts of each person the longing for people living in human love. In the name of the highest, in whom we move and who makes the ancestor and sibling who they are. In the name of sages and great religious leaders who sacrificed their lives to hasten the coming of peace and justice, let us renew our resolution sincerely to be real kindred, regardless of any kind of bar which estranges one from another. In this holy resolution, may we be strengthened, knowing that we are God's family, that one spirit, the spirit of love, unites us. And may we endeavor for a more perfect and more joyful life. Amen. Blessed be, and go in peace.
Our exit song, Flora, is inspired by the northern climates, where even amid the tundra, flowers bloom.